Welcome to the new episode for the Love of Food series. Today I have Amit Ajwani, who is the founder of Nomad Pizza. Nomad Pizza has, in the last few years, become a cult brand in the gourmet pizza category. And today, we'll deep dive into the journey of Amit and the brand that Nomad Pizza has become. Hi Amit, pleasure to have you on the show. Looking forward to a great chat.
Thank you.
So Amit, why don't you take us through your journey? How did this business start? There are large players, international players in the business. How did this whole journey start?
It's a very funny story actually. The two startups had failed. I was taking a break. I got a poker background. I was just playing poker, traveling around the world.
Wow.
And I was like, okay, I'm going to take about a year's break and then decide what I want to do. And while I was traveling, doing the circuit of poker around the world, typically you play like 10, 12 hours every day and you get five minutes break for lunch or just to do a quick snack. And every country I went, and because pizza is of course, I love for pizza is there. So I was just trying different kind of pizzas. And that's when the idea happened, why are these lovely pizzas available around the world but when I go to an Indian restaurant, there are only 4 veg and 4 non-veg.
Yes.
So that's when the idea happened, and while I was taking the flight back, I wrote the business plan. I said, okay, I want to launch it in Delhi, and that's
Nice.
how it started.
And was this a pandemic idea? Did it happen in pandemic?
It was
or-
just pre-pandemic when we were doing a pilot in Delhi, and I think I moved from Bombay because I knew that Delhi had the appetite to buy a more expensive product, and they will, once they bite into it, I think the country will start consuming it.
Yes.
So I moved to Delhi, I tried it out, and I think 2 months from the launch, COVID happened, and actually it worked really well
Yeah.
for the brand, because word of mouth, people were sitting at home, okay, there's a new brand, why we
Yeah.
tried Nomad, and it just worked out.
Yeah. So talk more about this whole pandemic journey. So was it always supposed to be a cloud kitchen business, or pandemic made it a cloud kitchen business? Of course, now you have many restaurants also coming up, but was it supposed to be a cloud kitchen business first?
Yeah, it was thought from a cloud kitchen perspective. There's almost 3 months of work which went in creating the packaging, which you see today. They went inside. So the whole idea is that, okay, how does pizza survive for the next half an hour, 45 minutes? So typically what happens is when you put a pizza inside the box, the fume goes up and drops back again in the pizza and makes it soggier. So with the vents, what we really did was that we got a scientist, he really worked on these vents.
Nice.
And if you eat Nomad pizza next day also, it's as fresh as what you eat after 40-45 minutes. I think
Nice.
that was a big win for us. And of course, the name itself, Nomad pizza, have you tried Nomad? It became like a currency.
Yeah.
So yeah, to answer your question, it was always thought through as a delivery, but with the success, now we're opening our bars and downs as well.
Nice. So I see that Nomad has the tagline says food inspired by travel.
Yeah.
So talk about the range. Like, is it multi countries? Like, talk about it. Audience would love to know.
So typically, if you look at the menu, so we've got pizzas from around the world, and that's really the whole idea behind Nomad. And so you can consume a Naples, you can try out Chicago, you can have a New York, you have Spanish pizza, you have Korean pizza. And what we try to do is every quarter we'll try to launch a country, and we talk about that country. Okay, this is how pizza is consumed in Spain. So we try to keep it very authentic. We don't allow our consumers to do any modification in the product because we want to present it the way it's supposed to be in that particular country. A lot of customers get upset, I want to add this, I want to add that. But we say hey, we are the chef, we are the experts.
Yes.
Let's go with what we believe is the right product. And that's what people have loved us about.
Right. I think our audience would definitely want to know about the difference in different pizzas. Right.
Right.
So how is a Chicago deep dish pizza different from a Naples pizza versus New York? So what is the reason? And the other question is, why are these pizzas so different? Like, what went behind all of these countries to have all of these different pizzas?
That's a great question, actually. So from the base, from the amount of cheese which goes, everything, then the way it's consumed completely changes. So if you look at a Chicago, it's like a big pie with like all the basically ingredients inside. So from the top you'll see only a layer of cheese,
Yeah.
but when you take a bite, it's like full of all different kind of meats or any
Yeah.
different kind of ingredients. Versus when you see a New York, it's absolutely thin crust. And when you see a Naples, it's got a bubble around. So every pizza has own way of preparing, and it's been like every country makes it in their own version, and they try to so because pizza is a world cuisine.
Yeah.
And what people have done is that they've done their own version.
Yeah.
So when I go to a Spain, they will put a chorizo, they will do their own ingredients and say, this is my way of presenting a
Yeah.
pizza. And I think what really was happening in India was we were looking at ingredients and saying, okay, these are the ingredients which are available, and we were
What
not
style is
looking
Indian
beyond.
pizza? What
Yeah.
style was Indian pizza?
So it's tikka. So the chicken tikka you try, and we've got a butter chicken pizza on our menu, which is a highest seller.
Yes.
And I think once you, of course, you need to do customization for the Indian
Yes.
audience also. So we've got a butter chicken, we've got a paneer tikka, and people love that. Yeah, like
Yes.
last IPL we did a whole version which was dedicated to the Delhi team. Of course, Delhi team didn't do too well, but of course, Nai Delhi ke Nai flavors is what we
Nice.
launched with. And people loved it, yeah. So of course, you need to, of course, be true to
Yes.
for the Indian audience also.
So, in India, the pizza journey started, I think, in 90s.
Right.
With every city had its own brand. Nirula's in Delhi, and different cities have its own brand. And then, of course, the big American brands came, Domino's, Pizza
Sure.
Hut, and they created this market. So, it's a very, very large market. Every city, you can't travel a kilometer without seeing 3-4 different pizza brands.
Sure.
In this market, what is Nomad's positioning? Why? What is the reason to win? What is the chance to win this market?
I think some bit I've already covered is
Yes.
being very authentic,
Yeah.
top ingredients,
Yes.
great packaging. I think very earlier we realized that we will not talk to the masses. We'll only talk to a very niche audience, which
Yes.
is the 20% of the universe,
Yes.
and we will try to give them as authentic pizza as possible. And also now with pizza being successful, we're trying to look into other cuisines as well. But we don't want to expand to a larger audience because we know that price point is a big
Yes.
factor. We want to give as authentic. We want to keep it like like give them the feel in terms of the people who have traveled around the world. They know what authentic
Yes.
is. So when they come back, okay, when they eat Nomad, they say like this is as authentic as what I tried in Chicago.
Yes.
Or what I tried in Spain.
For that matter,
So-
let's break down the pizza, right? There is the dough, there is the sauce, there's the cheese. Like, can you talk about Nomad, like how each of these are differently constructed? What went behind? See, it's a great product. Like, and when we look at an iPhone or when we look at a Bose speaker, we like get wowed. And I
Right.
have seen similar reactions for Nomad pizza.
Sure.
So probably, if you can just break down, like, how did you come up with a better sauce, better cheese? How did you like what was the journey? What
I
happened
think
behind
bunch
that?
went inside. Like we almost tried all sorts of pizza. So the thing is, like, if I have to put together a menu which is, for instance, just Naples,
Yeah.
it becomes so easy. So if I'm saying, when I was sitting with the chef saying that these are 12 countries and you need to curate menu from 12 different countries. So for the chef also it became like really challenging.
Yeah.
So it took almost like 3 to 6 months for us to put together this menu. But I think so, like, bunch of the issue which happens is that the dough doesn't sit inside the fridge for 48 hours. That's what we do. That's how the dough becomes sourdough.
So you do 48 hours of
yes,
setting.
So
Okay.
so that's a mandate to all our kitchens. Now we have
Yes.
54 kitchens, but it's a mandate. So there's a morning check which happens that how many doughs are sitting inside the fridge for 48 hours, 36 hours. So anything below 36 hours does not go to the consumer.
Wow.
And so to me that's a big win. And for that,
And you're able to put that process
yes,
in place.
we've been
Wow.
able to put that process. Sauce gets made in every outlet, so it takes about
Nice.
4 hours. And then again, like, we've got cameras to check whether that sauce is as authentic as possible. The different kind of sauce which we make, from a pesto to the red marinara to the white sauce. So there are at least 7 or 8 different, from a butter chicken sauce. So there are 8-9 different kind of sauces which we make.
Nice.
And of course, like, it leads to some kind of wastage, but at the end of the day, that
Yeah, yeah.
authenticity comes to our customers. That's what they believe.
Yes.
Our repeat is as good as 70-80%.
Wow.
So people don't leave us once they try us. I think it's all about doing that trial, and and the repeat happens. Yeah.
So 50 plus locations, 10 plus cities, it must be an operations nightmare. Like, how do you manage this?
Yes, it is an operational nightmare, but again, you have to put those hours, you need to put that rigor, and we've got team, we're traveling, we've got, I think what we managed to do is that out of Delhi, all the trainings, I think training is one big space where we really spend all our time. So in Malviya Nagar, which is in Delhi, we spend the training happens, and from that location, people start moving from to different locations.
Yeah.
So what really happens is if the base is correct, I think then they start building their teams. For instance, the two people who just moved to Calcutta,
Nice.
now they'll start training their people below them, and then I'm saying that's where the continuity happen in terms of the product.
I think now you've got offline locations like this in 5 cities.
Right.
Is there a different experience that customers can experience here, or it's a similar offering?
Meaning, pizza straight from the oven is there's nothing like that. I'm a big pizza lover.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking that if pizza's coming straight from the oven is people who are die-hard Nomad lovers, now they have a space where they can come, experience the product straight from the oven. I think that's one big change. Then of course the events which happen on these locations, we do trivia nights, we do a bunch of other activity to engage our customer. I think the whole journey when it comes to sit down is completely different from when you do delivery. Yeah.
And what's next for Nomad? I noticed that we have salads and burgers as a category now coming up. So what is the plan behind category expansion?
So I think again, great question. I told you that we're talking to that 20% of the audience. Typically, they buy us once a week. We want to keep them engaged, and we want to make them buy us at least 3 or 4 times a week.
Yeah.
And that's only going to happen when we offer them new products. So there's salad happening. Then we've just launched burrito bowls.
Wow.
And then we just launched burgers. So bunch of things which are going to happen, which is going to talk to that particular audience. So we keep them busy with our different menus and keep them engaged. Yeah, that's.
So what is the Nomad promise across all of this? Like, what is the constant? Like, what can a customer expect from a burger and a salad and a pizza brand?
So it's just top brand food inspired from by travel. When you travel around, whatever experience you get when you're traveling, I think we want to give the same experience in all of products which we have.
Got it. And from a next steps point of view, are you looking to get into more cities, or what's the city expansion plan looking like?
I think there's a bunch of experiment which is going on in B-Town. We just opened Ahmedabad. Great response. We're entering Lucknow.
So you are seeing customers ordering 1,000 rupee pizzas in smaller cities?
I think we were also surprised. It's a very big market. In fact, it's like Ahmedabad is pretty deep when it comes to money. I'm saying 2 weeks into business, we know that we've got a big story there. I think we were trying B-Town, and we were also not sure whether people are going to bite us.
Yes.
But once we've seen what has happened in Ahmedabad, Chandigarh, Jaipur.
You also launched Kolkata and Lucknow, right?
Kolkata, of course, Kolkata is pretty big when it comes to food. But I think so. Now the plan is enter B-Town with the frontal actually, because the culture is really. They don't want to order at home. They want to go out and they want to experience the product. So we'll open some more offline outlets is what the plan is.
Tell us a little more about yourself. Are you a foodie? Are you a big pizza lover?
I was a big pizza lover. I can't put a bite now because obviously last 4 years just been pizza. But the whole Nomad journey started because of pizza.
If you were not ordering a Nomad pizza, which pizza brand would you order from in India?
None. Never. Just Nomad or nothing.
Nice. And outside of pizza, what are other cuisines that you're a fan of?
I think Japanese is one.
Any restaurants you can recommend to our customers?
Yum Chai is like my go-to restaurant.
It's a Delhi brand, right?
It's a Delhi brand. It's an amazing restaurant. So if you are a sushi lover, I think that's one place you must try.
And like you mentioned, IPL is around the corner. It's happening right now. So what does IPL do to food demand on aggregators? Like, is there a jump that you see, and what are the plans for us?
See, what we have realized in last 2, 3, 4 years is that we see a spike when IPL happens, and we used to think that people like to go out and watch these games, but it's the other way. People like to call their friends, people they love, watch at home. I think so. That's when the consumption goes up for delivery kitchens. So we've seen that. More and more people after COVID want to be indoors and they want to celebrate all these occasions.
Agreed. Great. So all the best for the upcoming cricket season.
Thank
Hopefully
you so much.
you see a big spike in demands. And All the best for all your expansion plans.
Thank you.
Had
Thank
a
you.
great time talking to you.
Thank
Thank you so
you.
much.
Thank
Thanks,
you.
Amit.